Hello, I'm Stephen Howard Johnson. In this video series, I tackle a pair of vexing and exciting questions. What does it take for us, the American people, to become a truly competent public? And what does it take for America to become a truly competent nation? This session, Competent America 3, is the first of several that build a foundation, basic ideas essential to the work ahead. Today I begin with the ever-present topic of human weakness. Two scenes from Hollywood get me started. The Big Chill was filmed in 1983, with Tom Berenger as Sam Weber and Jeff Goldblum as Michael Gold. Sam has just accused Michael of offering up a giant rationalization, and Michael shoots back. Don't knock rationalizations. Where would we be without them? I don't know anyone who can go even a day without 2 or 3 juicy rationalizations. Why, rationalizations are even more important than sex. Aw, come on, Sam says, nothing's more important than sex. Oh yeah? Have you ever gone a week without a rationalization? Now there's a line with sting. Does anyone go a week without a rationalization? What about half an hour? Can lobbyists and politicians go half an hour without a rationalization? You might notice this jacket. It's from my cab driving years. I'm wearing it today because those years bring back many memories of very colorful rationalizations. Nothing a cab driver likes better than a juicy rationalization. Now to Lawrence of Arabia, the 1962 film starring Claude Rains as the shadowy Mr. Dryden and Peter O'Toole as Lawrence. Colonel Lawrence and Mr. Dryden clash. Dryden gives Lawrence a scolding. If we've told lies, you've told half-lies. And a man who tells lies, like myself, merely hides the truth. But a man who tells half-lies has forgotten where he put it. A man who tells half-lies has forgotten where he put the truth. Both these weaknesses, rationalizations and half-lies, are perennial features of our hyper-partisan political culture. And it's no wonder. We humans have our weaknesses, and we do appreciate having rationalizations and half-lies ready at hand. Now to the parable of the blind men and the elephant. Each blind man grasps a piece of the elephant and imagines that he has found certainty. It's a rope. It is a fan. It is a wall. It is a tree trunk. It is a spear. This is the weakness of partial perspectives and hasty conclusions. One sees this all the time. A complex issue presents itself. Partial perspectives are everywhere. Op-ed writers, TV pundits, talking heads, think tank scholars, ordinary people, politicians. And all too soon we convince ourselves that we have achieved certainty. Our weakness for partial perspectives and hasty conclusions is on full display. Isn't this inevitable? Well, in part. America is a big nation, and who can possibly understand the whole? Partial perspectives, at least, are inevitable. Well, there's something to that point. We're not chagrined by the weakness for partial perspectives and hasty conclusion. We revel in it. We love our partial perspectives. We're excited by our hasty conclusions. Why is that? Why do we react that way? Well, here's my explanation. Remember, our popular culture is a culture of lifestyle consumerism and identity consumerism. We use symbols to affirm these identities. The black leather jacket is a symbol for some, Armani menswear a symbol for others. The BMW is a symbol for some, the Harley Davidson a symbol for others. Our symbols confer power to our identities, and we love them for it. And with some frequency, we add our ideologies and our hasty conclusions to the mix. We don't just say, I am an American with conservative preferences. We say, I am a conservative. We don't just say, I am an American with liberal preferences. We say, I am a liberal. Identity, lifestyle, identity, ideology. We don't wear warning labels on our shirts, but perhaps we should. Warning. I adore partial perspectives. I love hasty conclusions. Ideology and hasty conclusions as a fashion statement. Ideology and hasty conclusions as a way of fortifying one's identity. Yes, identity consumerism creates the soil within which our third weakness flourishes. There is one further human weakness that I have to describe. The spirit of identity certainty, when it becomes inflamed, can generate something rather more serious: the spirit of identity patriotism. I am a patriot. My beliefs, my ideologies make me a patriot. If you disagree with my ideologies, you are therefore not a patriot. And if you are not a patriot, then it stands to reason that you are a traitor. And you know what happens to traitors. Identity patriotism is a very serious human weakness. One of the first consequences of this weakness, if I suffer from it, is that it hollows out my commitment to the Pledge of Allegiance. One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Those words begin to lose their meaning for me. One nation, indivisible, justice for all. If I'm an identity patriot, I don't really believe those words anymore. Now, who wants that? What kind of America flows from this kind of self-centeredness? Because this is an era of identity consumerism, a measure of identity certainty will always be with us. What we have to resist, all of us, is the temptation to let the spirit of identity certainty cross the threshold into the condition that I have called identity patriotism. That's when the weakness becomes truly dangerous. History records many stories of entire societies falling prey to the bloody dangers of identity patriotism. An entire culture becomes judgmental. Then it becomes tribally judgmental. Lynch mobs form. People die. In its most fevered state, identity patriotism will send an entire people on a genocidal rampage. Human weakness is a tricky thing. So many temptations, so many ways to yield to temptation. In coming sessions, we'll focus on building our character, our skills, and our competence. And I will introduce a few key tools designed to help us do exactly that. Thank you for joining me. Hope to see you next time. Take care.